Oh, why is that making ping? Can you disable ping pong noises?
I normally just turn I normally just give it some of this action.
Ah, there you go.
Which is why it's good to have the tunes on another screen.
Tunes on a different screen.
Imagine that.
I know.
It's a high tech.
It's like this has happened to us before, and we've thought this through.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the Space Jam Continuum, the show where we try to make a cohesive cinematic universe out of something that was never meant to be one. I'm Chris McLennan.
I'm Carl Noble.
And we're going to watch some Looney Tunes, as is our want of an afternoon.
Yeah, we are.
We're going away soon, so we're recording a couple back-to-back today. I reckon we'll do one tea-fueled. We'll get some beers in.
Oh, yeah.
Get some beers in.
Yeah, I've got some in the fridge. You know. I've got some lying on my floor as well.
There's not really anywhere you can look in here where you don't.
No, that is true. I've got a lot of beer about.
So we're pretty excited about today's episode because after our first cartoon, Alibaba Bound, we get a new character in, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Elmer Fudd's in.
Yeah, Egghead has fully changed into the Elmer Fudd.
But also, it's listed as containing Bugs Bunny, which we don't think is true.
No.
Quite.
I think it's going to be kind of the Happy Rabbit, but it's going to be damn
very
near
Bugsy.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah, let's swing right in with Alibaba Bound, which is a Porky episode, see what that's about.
Yeah, let's.
Well, we wanted to know what was going on with Porky the Third.
We did, and I think we found out. Yeah,
that didn't seem like a story. That seemed like a classic. The portal is open. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, and
type job.
It would seem that Porky the Third has ran off and joined the Legionnaires. I think he's found out that his kid is actually Killer's kid, and he's like, "Nah, I'm off.
I'm out of here."
Yeah, and he's just went and joined the Legionnaires.
I reckon so.
Yeah,
he didn't seem like the new Porky. He wasn't all like young and
no.
Sprightly.
He had a bit of a husky voice right at the start.
He did.
He'd obviously been crying.
I
think he'd been crying.
I don't know. But it was definitely odd. But yeah, he's there. He's in the desert.
Yeah.
Defending like a little desert fort, as you do when you join the Legionnaires.
Oh, of course. That's what it's about.
Against Alibaba and his dirty sleeves.
Alibaba and his dirty sleeves. Thought they were all washed up.
He thought they were all washed up, but they're not.
No.
They're coming at him.
They
like
are.
a beam.
Oh.
Like a ray. But yeah, so he's there. We've got some cheeky insight into the workings of camels.
Yeah, how camels work. So they can be fueled up. Well, they need to be fueled up.
Yeah. And we got a little cheeky cross section of a camel. And turns out the humps are like pistons in the camel engine, and the tail's like a crank.
Yeah.
So camels, possibly not necessarily a vehicle.
Yeah.
No, an animal, like they might be a vehicle.
I mean, well, or it's potential that they're kind of like an egghead, where they've got like an animal head bit, but then an animatronic body. Yeah, so it's possible that a camel is just its face.
Camels are definitely occupying some sort of strange middle ground here.
Yeah, between vehicle and.
But they're sentient.
Yeah,
like they were.
Yeah, but the Terminator was sentient.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like they're dealing with some,
Do you think they've been sent from the future to kill John Connor? Camels.
To kill Alibaba.
Oh, yeah. So camels are Terminators, but out for Alibaba.
Yeah. But who sent them?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who sent them. We're going to have to wait, we'll have to wait till modern day. Now,
so camels,
to watch cartoons from now.
Camels, possibly robots sent from the future to kill Alibaba.
Yeah, but they're not very good at it, so they've just become vehicles.
Well, no, he was all washed up, and they needed a place in that world.
Yeah, that's true.
And at the end there, the mother camel, speeds in, does her job,
saves the little one. And that's another thing. We found out how sound works.
Yeah,
or at least one way that sound works. It doesn't travel in sound waves. It travels in actual
it's
words.
A little like white bloop that forms the words in front of you.
Yeah.
It didn't make the sound, did it? Like he blew like the bugle.
Yeah.
And it went help, and then that.
How did it know to go straight there?
It went right where it needed to go.
Yeah.
And but maybe that's just how bugles work.
Yes, yeah, it's possible that that's just that bugle.
Yeah,
because most bugles it was a
sentient
help.
It had a mouth.
Yeah.
Like it formed a mouth and yelled help, and then that went straight to the right person.
So we need more information on how sound works. So I don't think it works in the standard way it works here. I don't think we've got sound waves going on, because when people are talking, you don't see the words popping up.
Yeah,
so
but that's what I mean. Like I think it's the way the bugle works, not the way the sound works.
Right.
We'll have to see in future episodes. Porky and the Legionnaires episodes.
You could do a whole series. Porky and the Legionnaires.
Yeah, maybe they have.
Well, yeah, potentially.
It depends how long he stays out there while he works out his issues.
I mean, like knowing Porky the Third, not long. He's not going to be able to hold that job long.
Yeah. Was there anything else particularly inside? Oh, he was fighting with a mallet, so he's clearly learned some tricks from Daffy.
Yeah.
And I don't think new Porky would have had the time to learn those
mallet skills.
No,
I don't think so.
So that's another reinforced point. So we're rolling with this was Porky the Third.
Yeah.
Our beloved original Porky, as far as we're concerned.
It's nice to see him.
Yeah, it's nice to see him. It's nice to see he's okay.
Yeah.
And he actually seems to be doing okay for himself out there.
He's obviously had a little bit of trouble at home, so he's left. But, he's working out.
And he's kind of repeatedly proven before that this type of life might actually be, like...
Spot on from, yeah.
Yeah, because he was good in the Navy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He didn't like it.
Bought a hat.
But he was good at it. He bought that hat.
Bought that hat.
He killed those pirates.
He did kill those pirates.
He killed those pirates. He took that money. He bought that hat.
Yeah. It was a good time for him.
But, I wonder if we'll see him... in all kinds of...
See, what I'm wondering now is whether or not we're going to see Porky the Fourth and Petunia head off. Because Petunia's going to be looking for another baby daddy, isn't she?
Very probably.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. But not in this next episode.
No.
Because in this next episode, Elmer's Candid Camera, we've got Elmer Fudd in.
It's Fudd time!
It's Fudd time.
Let's get the Fudd on.
Possibly a very Bugs-like Happy Rabbit.
Yeah.
So, join us. We're watching Elmer's Candid Camera, March 2nd, 1940. So,
it's actually Elmer. He has the voice.
The egghead that made it.
Oh, that was good.
But he's not quite how we expected.
Oh no. He's not the hunter yet.
Well, that's it. But that's an interesting thing in itself. In this Elmer's Candid Camera, he's just trying to take some photos of some nice animals.
Yeah, that's all he wants. It's his first day out.
Happy Rabbit, who's bugsier than he was, but I still wouldn't call him Bugs.
No.
He started it. We saw almost the start of
the
Elmer, who's in this is a very sort of mild-mannered,
Yeah.
very slow, still kind of working out how his real boy body works.
Yeah. He just wants to go out and take some photographs. Thinks, I'll take a photograph of this rabbit. Turns out that's Happy Rabbit. And that was probably a bad idea. Because, he didn't want to be taken a photograph of.
Yeah, but he definitely started
the fight, yeah.
The fight?
Yeah, so this feud that's been going on for decades, Happy Rabbit started it.
Yeah.
That is...
And we don't know yet if Happy Rabbit's going to become Bugs. Like, if Bugs is like, once he joins Toon Society, like his name, or if Bugs is a different rabbit and Elmer just, because of this incident and...
doesn't like grey rabbits.
Just has it out for rabbits.
Yeah.
But, been interesting development.
Wow.
Because it's really, and we try not to get ahead into, the stuff we saw as a kid or anything like that, but, it's really turned a whole relationship that we've known is coming kind of on its head.
Yeah, because, you're always rooting for Bugs.
Yeah.
Always rooting. You're
because
always
Elmer's the hunter.
Yeah, you're like, Elmer, he's a bit of a dick hunting rabbits. But it turns out, totally justified. Well, I mean, not totally justified.
No, totally
if someone throws a load of apples at you, you don't go, I'm going to shoot them.
Yeah.
Because that's, not how we work.
But at this stage, he's not trying to hurt rabbits at all.
He just wants to take photographs.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to take a photograph of the squirrel, and, Happy Rabbit came up and dicked him over there as well.
Yeah.
And what I did like was where he came up and Elmer's trying to take a photograph or something, and Happy Rabbit came along and just, rested his elbow between his butt cheeks. And just leaned against him.
That worked for you, did it?
It just kind of tickled me because I thought, wouldn't it be funny? You got a plum around, and there's the butt crack sticking out, and you're there just having a lean against it, and just chatting away. I thought that'd be, comical.
This is something to consider.
The idea of it, the mental image in my head, cracked me right up.
I don't know, because there wasn't much substance to the episode.
Not really, no.
Although Happy Rabbit did seem very keen to keep a feud going, in terms of,
Yeah, so Elmer
he rescued him from the lake.
Yeah.
Just to push him back in the lake.
Yeah, well, he rescued him, made sure that he was okay. And you feeling alright now? Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Right, have this up your arse. And kicks him straight in the lake again. What was interesting is Bugs put a costume on to jump in the water. He didn't just jump in. No gloves this time.
Yeah, but we know Happy Rabbit has a selection of
stolen clothes.
Stolen clothes.
Yeah.
And he likes to play dress up.
So maybe there was somebody at that lake who had that costume on, and Happy Rabbit went and nicked it off them.
Yeah, I reckon Happy Rabbit's
got
a
naked
proper. No, I reckon it's been collected over time. I reckon he's got a proper wardrobe of
stolen clothes
stuff, because we know Bugs in future. He likes to dress up.
He loves a dress up.
He likes to dress up.
Maybe that's just commonplace amongst all rabbits.
Maybe maybe that's just something rabbits do.
Yeah,
in the Toon world.
Yeah,
they hoard clothes.
Clothes hoarders. But yeah, not a lot really kind of happened. It was a great episode though.
The fact that he sort of would rescue him and then do him over, then help him out, then do him over. I like the sort of almost Batman and the Joker-esque, they need each other.
Yeah.
Sort of nature. It's just
yeah,
one cannot exist without the other.
That was really nice, because it was nice to finally have proper new character.
And it's I don't know, it's the voice. As soon as the voice starts, it's there he is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
I mean, it's not quite there, but it's
you can see where it's
going.
It's definitely where it's going.
It's definitely the Elmer we love. So next up, we have a Porky episode called Pilgrim Porky. We'll see if it's a historical episode.
Yeah.
Or, if Porky the Third story is going to continue, because we now know that's possible.
Oh.
We have to be very astute as to which Porky we're watching now.
Yeah, it's nice to see that, we're still going to get little snippets, because last episode we were concerned that we weren't going to get to see any of them, and here we are.
It was tearing me apart.
Yeah,
I needed to know.
We've got him. We've got our good pink boy back.
Sweet soft pink boy. Let's see who we're dealing with in Pilgrim Porky from March 16th, 1940. So, the Toon view of our universe may be as confused as our view of the Tooniverse.
Yeah. So that seemed to be another historical documentary.
It's 1620. It's the Mayflower. Last time we saw the Mayflower, it was an experience.
Yeah. So are they doing our history, or are they showing their history?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they have similar events that transpired, but in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
Or if they're using their limited understanding of our world.
Because it's very limited.
Well, it's either wrong or a lot of weird stuff happened, but everything stayed kind of parallel in their world.
Hmm.
Because, Plymouth literally jumped into the sea.
Yeah, well, it flipped upside down and went underwater, which I'm fairly certain didn't happen because Plymouth, by all accounts, is still there.
Yeah, but I don't know. This one was very strange because it's like it was frankly, just very vague overview of the voyage of the Mayflower.
Yeah, because it all seemed to happen in like one day.
And it was mainly it just seemed to be there to put forward a series of unconnected
events,
gags.
Yeah, because you had the flying fish, you had the flying planes,
you had the lightning forming cutlery and cutting open a cloud to make the rain happen.
Yeah, there was an iceberg that literally just split in half, flipped up, and allowed the boat to go past.
Yeah, it was like, but none of it really felt informative if it's meant to be a documentary, or particularly amusing if it's meant to entertain. Now, I don't know if they're trying to, because also they're showing us this through the portal. So, like, is it meant to be like here's a funny version of your history?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Here's an actual
like a
documentary
exchange?
of
It's like, oh, that's what happened on your Mayflower. This is what happened on our Mayflower.
Potentially. I don't. That one's really confused me.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost with.
We've
had similar before, but
they've always
thrown me out of whack.
They've all felt kind of. They've made some like sort of sense. But one thing that we can probably take away from this, I think that was Porky the Fourth. Yes. So like it didn't. It's not that Porky the Third is now making a comeback back into his original role. They're still rocking with Porky the Fourth.
Yeah, I think we just occasionally
going to get bits of Porky the Third. I do wonder whether or not he's going to take up his mantle again and then boot out Porky the Fourth. I don't know. We'll find out.
Don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, that one. I don't know. It
didn't help much.
No, I didn't get anything from it.
They didn't. I don't know. It's just a bit nothingy.
Yeah,
it's just a bit empty.
Maybe we should just leave it there then.
So it's about that time. We need to put the fun in funding.
Oh, I like it. I like what you've been doing. The fun in funding. So yeah, this is basically the point where we kind of suggest that you donate to Patreon. You don't have to. Obviously, we're going to keep doing this for free, but Patreon is something that kind of helps keep us going.
And you'll get some extra bits out of it as well.
Yeah, you do.
There's a so Kaiju FM already has 3 shows running on it. You'll get access to a 4th one that Rob, who's running Kaiju, does about Kaiju films. If we start getting enough in from the Patreon, we want to do a YouTube channel and we want to do a D&D show with some of the other hosts.
The D&D.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that comes off because that would be quite entertaining.
But absolutely in no way obliged to donate. No. We'll keep going. But, if you can even just afford to bung a $1 a month our way, that's less than 25 cents an episode to you. And it really helps us out in a big way.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
So please head over to Kaiju FM, which is kaiju.fm.
It is.
And click support and just check out the Patreon page. And if you can, please just give a little. It really helps us out.
Yeah.
Preemptive thanks.
Cheers. Thumbs up. They never see that, do they?
No.
There you go. Ah!
It's Elmer on his own.
Yeah.
It's called Confederate Honey.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
It's March 30th, 1940. We're watching Confederate Honey. So, Elmer, the egghead who made it, is clearly the studio has noticed, and they're going, do you know what? Let's give this guy some work.
He needs a job.
He'll run and run.
Yeah.
And so they've put him in one of their little documentary, their historical fiction sort of series.
Yeah.
He does not give one solitary shit about it being just it glazing over slavery in a big way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what we expected from something called Confederate Honey. I
mean, it's almost exactly what I expected from something called Confederate Honey.
Just straight into the cotton fields, though, and they did a whole bit on it.
Making it just seem like it was all fine.
Yeah, like it just sitting around having a nice time. No. Yeah.
It was pretty iffy. I mean, that wasn't the crux of the episode, but it was definitely just glazing over a lot of problems. It's like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah.
Look at his tobacco ranch that he is the envy of everyone. It's like, it's a shame. It wasn't even what the story was about.
It really wasn't.
He wasn't
they
in it.
They didn't.
Apart, his daughter was key. But they really didn't need to go into it.
No, they didn't. But Elmer's first paid job, basically. Yeah, he was part of this documentary,
and it's basically about going off to the Civil War.
Yeah,
he's the beau of a Southern belle.
Yeah,
but he goes off to war just before. Well, we think he's going to ask her to marry him. She's turning away suitors left, right, and centre
because she likes him.
And then he goes off to war. Then he comes back, and just nothing really happens in the war stuff. It's just they go off to war.
It lasted a long time.
And then he came back, and he wasn't going to ask her to marry him. He just needed his parking ticket for his horse validated.
Yeah, which is odd, because the only reason he took his horse there was to ask her to...
Yeah, but he changed his mind over the...
Evidently.
Over the Civil War.
Evidently he did. So, yeah, not a lot to take away from that, apart from there's a lot of humans in this.
There's a lot of humans in it, and there have been a lot of humans in all of these historical ones.
Yeah.
So we're wondering if behind the scenes, so not in the shows that we're seeing, but just in the toon world in general, at this time 1940, not in the historical context that they're showing us, if humans and animal toons are starting to merge a bit more again. Like, it's not... Because there was a definite split before. The city was all animals, and then all the humans lived out of the city, and basically hadn't progressed from the late 1800s.
No, they hadn't. So it's interesting to see whether or not whatever caused the rift, whether or not maybe it's just been forgotten about, or whether or not humans have made amends.
Yeah, so that's interesting to see, and it'll be interesting to see a contemporary episode.
Yeah,
that
I'd like to see the portal open on the city. It. I'd like to see the portal open on unnamed city, and just see whether or not.
Which at this point we've called it Unnamed City so much that's its name.
Yeah, I don't think it's got a name. I think it is actually called Unnamed City.
I think it's called Unnamed City, so it does have a name.
Yeah, Unnamed City.
Unnamed City.
Oh, weird.
But that'll be interesting to see. We've got a Porky episode in that doesn't sound like it's going to be a historical job.
No.
But then again, I don't know what it does sound like it's going to be.
Yeah,
because the next one is called Slap Happy Pappy. How do you feel about that?
No, it sounds good. But the thing is, I've been suckered in by the titles before.
Yeah. Well, let's get suckered in by this one.
Let's get suckered right in.
So if you're watching along at home, it's Slap Happy Pappy, April 13th, 1940. Let's get some answers.
Let's do it.
few things to deal with there then.
Yeah.
Firstly, we're back on the farm. Porky's Egg Farm.
Porky's Egg Farm. And it's our, it's our Porky.
I reckon it's the same Porky. Like,
I think
Daffy's kid is there. He's got like a little paper round.
Got himself a little paper job.
And like, that seems like to be the right vicinity. It'd be very weird if Porky the Fourth
had moved in with Porky's
dad's parents.
Yeah, it'd be a bit odd. But this Porky was doing, chores on the farm, like ploughing the field. So he's got a horse and he's got the plough.
Yeah,
ploughing the field. Goes out of a shop, comes back in, and Porky's pulling the plough. So yeah, they're doing job share.
Because he's always had like a very egalitarian outlook on like the non-super sentient animals, and like that looks like our Porky.
It does. It's nice to see him back, and it does make me wonder whether or not Porky the Fourth was just filling in for paternity leave.
Possibly, or maybe they're just splitting the job now.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some other bits like that answered some questions. So we saw there were 2 sentient chickens.
Yeah.
They were the sort of the centre of the episode. Porky wasn't actually in it that much.
No, he was a side character.
Because that's the other thing. Like, they might have just, because he didn't really say anything.
No.
It was basically a cameo. So it's possible that he's not back.
No,
they just go, do you want to just be... No, well, possibly. But also it's like, the portal's opened on this that's going on.
Yeah.
And, he still has his job on the farm. Like, and he just happened to be there.
Yeah.
So it centres on 2 chickens, and they really want to have a boy. They keep having girls. But these are, they've got a house. They're super. They're talking. They're sentient. They're sentient chickens. And when they have they have 5 eggs and they all hatch and they're all girls.
Yeah.
And the girls already have their 2 items of formal clothing.
They do. They are already wearing them. Skirt and a ball on the head.
Yeah, like the things you'd normally be issued at a trouser test, but we already decided that, like, if you're both sentient parents, then you don't have to do the trouser test. But it's interesting to see that even the physical attributes of that.
Yeah, born with clothes.
Yeah, you're just born with clothes.
Interesting. I don't know if that's maybe just a chicken thing, because they've got space in an egg to get dressed.
Yes, but basically the episode follows this. Everyone want a boy. He meets this other guy who has a very. He definitely sings
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, it was Bing Crosby.
Because he called him Bing.
Yeah, I thought he called him Bing.
He did call him Bing.
But it was. The thing I found odd was he basically sings everything that's happening to him.
Yeah.
So the guy's going, why can't I have why do I never have a boy? There are so many girls. And then you just hear this song from outside. It's just like, well, I've got lots of beautiful babies. They're all boys. I'm walking along with them in a pram. And it's just like... It was just like, that's odd. Convenient.
Yeah, that was handy.
But he goes out, he asks Bing what the secret is, and he demonstrates. He goes up to a female chicken, and he goes, ba-da-da-doo-dee-da-da.
Yeah.
And that chicken is like...
Immediately
starts racing, and then suddenly it's
sitting on a mountain
giant pile of eggs, all with a boy's name written on them.
That was... it is potent.
It was potent.
That is real. But he needs to be careful. He needs to be careful. But he is the sort of thing that you need on a farm if you're selling eggs.
He did look tired.
Well, yeah, he looked haggard.
He didn't look unhappy about it, but like when he was pushing the pram along, it was just like, I reckon he's got thousands upon thousands.
Yeah, he's got a lot of kids to take care of.
But yeah, so then the other chicken goes back home, tries the same thing. The little peeping Tom radio bird,
who's
peering in through the keyhole, sees him singing to his wife, announces on good authority that they're going to have a boy any minute. So he knows this trick. Yeah. He's been talking to Bing.
He's seen it before.
Yeah.
But he would do. He does a lot of peeping.
He's also a radio. Bing's presumably there. Quite a lot. But, yeah, and then at the end... they have an egg. It's a junior. It hatches and
no clothes,
and absolutely unclear the gender of the child.
Yeah,
and that's the end.
Yeah, the chick doesn't know. It's just like, I don't know. But what was interesting is the fact that, while he was waiting for it to hatch, he went about the farm, tossing cigars about, waving a flag about, dancing and singing how he was going to have a boy. He literally literally already counted his eggs.
Did Porky smoke that cigar?
No, he just ended up with in his gob. Just as Bing did, and all of Bing's sons all ended up with a cigar in their mouth. So evidently, kids smoking not really an issue.
No, but I just wondered about Porky because he had that childhood experience.
He did. He didn't smoke it because he wasn't a fan of.
Because that went very badly for him before.
It really did
when he met Nick O.T. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah. He wasn't well, was he?
Yeah.
No, I mean not Nick.
No, Porky he had a real bad time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just I didn't manage to.
No,
but it makes sense to me as long as he didn't light it. If he lit it, I'd be like, "Oh, the phone."
You should have remembered that. Well, there again, maybe it's like that time, where everyone's got one where they got drunk at some point on some sort of spirit, and now when you smell it, you're like, I'm going to vom everywhere. But eventually you get past that, I think. So maybe he's got past that with
maybe he's willing to give it a go. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anything else interesting in there?
Not massively.
Basically, we know Porky's back home.
Yeah. So he's finished in the Legionnaires.
But I don't think he's back as a regular fixture.
No,
I think we're still going to be mostly looking at Porky.
We haven't seen Porky the Third doing a show. We've only had the portal open up on Porky the Third.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean Porky the Third is
back. But sometimes the portal opens up on Porky the Fourth.
Yes.
So
because the thing is, I think as we've discussed, there's no massive controlling of when and where the portal opens up, but sometimes they have the ability to make it open and put a show on.
Well, I reckon it's that sometimes they know where it's going to open.
Yeah.
And they go there and they put on the show.
Yeah.
But sometimes
they
just don't know.
Yeah.
It's like they've got people working on it round the clock.
Yeah.
Like, just go, where's it going to open? When's the next time?
They're trying to predict it.
Got it. Where's it going to be?
So there could be a whole prediction team. And kind of work, so kind of how we try to predict things like hurricanes and tornadoes and, volcano eruptions and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of get it right.
Yeah. But I also think, because sometimes there's double bills on the same day and sometimes there's not.
Mm.
Do you think that's because they know that the portal's going to open up in one place and then quite quickly in another place afterwards?
Yeah.
Is that why there's two teams? Is that why there's Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies?
Yeah, very well could be.
They're two teams.
Yeah, they've got two teams all under one agency, but two teams working on it.
Yeah.
So because that would give information as to like why one team is slightly better than the other.
Yeah, I'm kind of picturing it. I mean, sort of a bit like your bases in XCOM, where you just need them somewhere near the.
Yes, yeah, and you can
place like so like okay, something's going down over there. That's Merry Melody's jurisdiction.
You guys go
get on it.
Yeah, that makes quite a lot of sense.
Yeah,
at the moment.
At the moment, I think every time we say that makes sense, I think it's taken as read that the caveat is at the moment.
Yeah, because it could change next episode. Literally next episode.
Shall we find out?
Let's find out.
So the next one's called Porky's Poor Fish. And it's April 27th, 1940.
Fish in financial trouble?
Let's find out. It's at times like this, Cal, I wish we knew a marine biologist.
I know. Well, I mean, I think I do.
Yeah, well, I think we do.
Well, I mean, he keeps claiming he's not a marine biologist, but he's definitely got a marine biology degree.
I mean, that's enough.
I think so.
That's as close as we're going to get.
Yeah, I mean, he knows more about fish than I do.
That'll do. I mean, it will at least allow him to just, have a better stab in the dark than we will.
Yeah, well, better stab in the dark than we're going to right now.
Right, so Porky the Fourth.
Yeah.
He's got a pet fish shop.
He has.
Not a pet fish shop.
No, he's got
a pet fish shop.
A pet shop for the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they have specific names? Is this a question we're going to need to ask this marine biologist? Do pet shops specifically for fish have names?
When we get to... We'll do a special episode
Yeah.
Of all the... We'll keep a list of heavily fish-based ones.
Yeah.
Because we've already had one a while back that I can't remember the name of, but where Porky was like a merchant.
Yeah, and they basically drilled all his
stuff and built an underwater city. But what this episode has taught us... so the premise of the episode is basically he's got his fish shop.
Yeah.
He leaves. A cat sneaks in and tries to eat one of the fish.
Yeah.
And then I missed what was riding the seahorse.
I think it was just a little fish.
Little fish riding a seahorse. Calls the other fish to arms, and they're really going at this cat. And if this episode has taught us anything, it is that it is imprudent to ire the marine civilization.
Don't piss off the fish.
Yeah.
That's it.
They are more than equipped.
Oh, God, yeah. Because they've got an air squadron.
Yeah.
They've
flying fish. Yeah, they've got hammerhead sharks. They've got child militia.
Yeah. They've got electric eels, tuna. AC and DC.
Yeah.
You know, they're there putting up messages.
Yeah, it was something to behold.
Yeah, it was quite impressive. You got fresh water mixing with salt water.
Yeah.
And how did that seahorse fish man get about through all the different tanks? Like underwater tunnels?
Because it never shows us.
Underwater tunnels, maybe? I don't know.
Well, they're all connected by a small tunnel.
Yeah, but then you'd need some sort of like salinity barrier so that they can't crash.
And you'd need like saltwater, freshwater airlocks.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
Well, it'd be water locks, I guess. But,
okay.
Well, but like if he needed to go from like a saltwater tank to a freshwater tank, he'd have to go in one, then have to drain it.
Kind of like on SpongeBob where he goes in to see Sandy and he has to go and puts the fishbowl on his head. So maybe they have to go in with like a freshwater bowl on their head, or maybe just a packet of salt in their mouth.
yeah.
I don't know how it works. This is why we need to... Because he's bound to have these answers.
We'll get him in. Like,
we'll
trawl through the list, because if there's I can't remember any other like incredibly fish-centric
ones.
episodes.
No. We've got two currently.
I think one more incredibly fish-centric episode.
Yeah, and we can maybe
do a special.
Yeah, we'll do a little fish special.
Yeah.
Fish supper.
a little
fish supper.
We can have a fish supper and we'll talk about all the fish-based episodes with someone who can... still largely just try and remember his degree, but...
Yeah.
But at some point he will have had this knowledge.
Yes. For all the questions we're going to ask.
Yeah.
What's next on our list?
What's next up?
The hardship of Miles Standish. An Elmer.
It's an Elmer.
It is an Elmer.
But I'm going to propose that we save it for next week.
Okay. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
We'll open with an Elmer next week. Then we've got Sniffles. Then we've got a Daffy and Porky. We've got a good varied
when you say
cast
next
of characters.
Week.
Well, I mean, you know, like we said at the beginning, like next week is actually in a minute.
In a minute. But I'm going to get the beers out.
Yeah.
Because that time.
Yeah, because this one's been so coherent.
What this needs is alcohol.
We will see you all next time.
Yeah, we will.
Which is in a minute for us.
Yeah. We're going to open with Elmer.
Yeah, we're going for transparency here.
Yeah. We're honest.
If you have any theories, you can find us on Twitter at TSJ Community.
Yeah, you can.
Or you can email us at thespacejamcontinuum@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So please get in touch with any nonsense.
Yeah, and if you particularly like this, tell some friends about it.
Yeah.
Even just two extra people, get the message out there. Then you have somebody to chat at them with us.
That was
Words.
One of the worst sentences ever.
And?
You know what he was trying to say.
Yeah, talk to your friends about it.
And we'll see you next week, which is in a minute.
Yeah.
Bye! Bye!